Hello Facebook and YouTubers, Marshall here again with another video on the Chinese diesel heater, and most specifically wanted to talk a little bit more in detail about the black diesel, the process of making black diesel, and how I am burning it in the heater. First off, we'll talk about the creation of black diesel. So black diesel is made from recycled motor oil, other petroleum products. The black diesel is something that a lot of folks are making, and they're putting it directly into their diesel vehicles and using it as an alternative fuel. Here in the Midwest, I'm in Iowa. We have a lot of biodiesel. Iowa is a huge producer of soybeans and corn, so we are a leading state in creating alternative fuels across the board. Taking the black diesel kind of technology and methodologies and applying it to the Chinese diesel heater. So what I do is I have sources of folks, auto repair shops and friends that bring me their used motor oil. So I bring it in a 5-gallon bucket. That's the green bucket there. And I mix the waste oil with 30% of E85. Now, E85 is an alternative gasoline, pump gas that is readily available here in Iowa. It's made from 85% ethanol, and it is much cheaper than 89 octane, 91 octane gas that you would get. Yesterday, the current price of E85 is $2.49 a gallon. So far less expensive. They make flex fuel vehicles now. That's pretty common, that will burn E85, and I burn it in my pickup truck. It's just an alternative fuel. Anyways, when dealing with waste oil, you have to thin it, and I know there's people that have burned a 50-50 diesel mix and waste motor oil. But what I do is I mix 70% oil and I add 30% of ethanol. So I'll fill that bucket. I'll put about a gallon or so of ethanol in the bottom of the bucket. I'll pour in my waste oil, and then I pump it out of the bucket through 2 filters. These filters you can pick up from any big box hardware store. These are used for whole home water filtration. So these are canister filters. The reason why I chose them is that the replacement canisters are really inexpensive. You can pick up a pair for $6 or $7, and that's a package of 2. But in this one, I've got a 20 micron filter, and then in this one I have a 5 micron filter. Typical engine filters are 20 microns. We're really filtering out all of the contaminants, all of the solids that normally would be in waste oil. Waste oil is going to have metal filing shavings, it may have liquid, it may have all kinds of non-desirable sediment, which is typically what you'll find in the burn pot of these Chinese diesel heaters if you don't filter it ahead of time. So I pump this through. This pump actually processes, it'll process a 5-gallon bucket of oil in just about a minute or 2. So it pumps it through those filters, already pre-mixed, so it's a 70-30 mix directly into my large tank down here. So this is just a 15-gallon sprayer tank I had left over, and it's kind of my holding tank for my black diesel. So I have this particular Chinese heater. Those of you that are familiar with them know that every model seemingly has a different controller with different functionality. This is advertised as an 8K kilowatt heater. Whether you believe it to be a 5 or an 8 is irrelevant to this discussion. This is marketed as an 8 kilowatt heater, and runs great on just straight diesel. Right now, in my previous videos, you'll know I've got red diesel. Red diesel is a diesel that is sold to farmers, doesn't have the road tax. It's $4.75 a gallon here in Iowa. But this particular unit, I run it on, I run it full bore. The challenge with burning anything oil, anything that's got petroleum products in it other than refined diesel or kerosene, is that you have to have a high enough burn temperature in order to completely burn the fuel. So if you're not running this heater or these heaters on
full power, right? I mean, you've got them on the highest setting. So the combustion fan is operating at its highest speed, and you're having the hottest temperature that can be created. So this right now is rating 208, 210 degrees Celsius. That correlates to just over 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the minimum temperature that petroleum products will completely burn at. So if you have this set to low or medium, it's never going to work. You're inevitably going to get things. You're definitely going to begin to create buildup in the burn pot. So first of all, always leave it on high. No alpine mode. Always leave it on high. And actually today I am testing. I have mine set. This is a 8 kilowatt unit. So I have H settings from 1 to 8. I am testing right now that this thing runs the best on 7. That actually leans the fuel mixture out a little bit, but it doesn't change it does not change the combustion fan speed any. So if I go to 8, the combustion fan speed's not going to be any higher. It's just going to speed up the pulse pump. So leaving it on 7, I'm testing that now. But the most important thing here is what I do on this over here. So I've made a modification. I have my red diesel up top. I have some valves here where I can switch between diesel, meaning on board, and or the black diesel or oil that's down below. So I always start the unit, absolutely always start the unit on diesel. So I'll turn this valve, shut this valve off, let it run, get up to temperature on diesel, and then after it's running, I'll make the switch and transition over to the waste oil. Works extremely well, maintains temperature. So I just wanted to share a little more detail. I know there's lots of guys out on YouTube and on Facebook that are testing this as well, doing a lot of great work for the community. So this is mine, and looking forward to any questions, comments you may have. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for my updates, and we'll see you again soon. Have a good day.